Good morning, everybody. It is Saturday, it is sunny, it is crisp and cold. And when it comes to cold weather, certainly my favorite kind of day. I love a sunny, cold day. If it has to be cold, there must be sunshine. Last night, I hosted a little holiday happy hour, the same group that I've convened with throughout this entire pandemic. And it was lovely. And this morning, when I was putting away some of the extension cords that I needed and whatnot to get things lit nicely and so on, I went into the middle drawer of my TV cabinet and I was rearranging some stuff. And in the bottom of a cabinet, there was what looked like an 11 by 18 folded over piece of construction paper and covered with a petal card that said peace, love, happiness, joy in a circle around a smiling face with glitter. And I did not know who made it. And I opened it up, and it was a Mother's Day card that Alan had made his mother. And it said, roses are red and violets are blue. No one is as sweet as you. And it made me stop for a minute, and it was in the handwriting of a child that was probably, I don't know, second grade, third grade. And I thought about what happened this week in my life. This week, my mother, on the 16th of December, turned 80 years old. And my sister and I were there, my dad, my mother's friend Ro, my sister's boyfriend Mark. We had a small dinner at my mother's house. She had requested a certain meal and put that together on her behalf. And we sat and we just had a lovely evening of celebrating her. And it made me think about how fortunate I've been to have the mother that I have, and that motherhood is clearly parenthood, but motherhood especially is something that I would never experience. But what it is like to have the kind of mother I've had, and how we as children view a mother. My mother is someone who, throughout her life, was always very tough with us. Not tough in a strict way of structure, tough with us in delivering honesty. Like my mother would say things that, would have a sting to them, but, from her vantage point, it was, the truth might hurt, but these are things that you need to hear. And I think that's brought me to the adult that I am. But we were sitting at the table, and Ro had said, thank you for something I had posted. Oh, my story about angel cards. And she said, I was so touched by that. And so I was toasting my mother at her birthday, and I said, all of the nice comments that I've received here about these conversations and these stories, I attribute such a colossal amount to that, to my mom. And I said that. I said, listen, I want to cheer you, Mrs. I call her Mrs. or Diana Grace, or sometimes the Royals. My parents are Diana and Albert. You'll hear them referred to as we go forward in these fashions. But I just toasted her and said, all these kind things that I've heard. Really, I have these two magnificent people to thank. And it made me think more about everybody's journey through that, and how they view their parent or their mother or the female figure in their life, because some people don't have a conventional mother, don't have a living mother, don't have were raised by aunts and grandparents, and my mother experienced that as a child. Her mother died in childbirth, shortly after my mother was born. And a portion of my mother's life was she was raised by an aunt who, of course, was a mother, and then with a stepmother, and then, proceeded to have other women influence her as she came to maturity. I had that same experience with a lot of powerful women. Yes, I had a conventional mother, but I had aunts that weighed in, and I had grandmothers that weighed in, and I was really blessed to have this kind of army of strong, honest, loving women help build this. Thank you, ladies. But I had a moment about how fortunate I am. And I had a moment about the people out there who don't have that, and that is a hurdle that many can never overcome, and a hurdle that some can overcome with determination, with hope, with being open to wherever that maternal energy comes from. So the whole moment about Alan and the conversation he was having as a child with his mother, you know, we see our mothers through our eyes. Anyone could say, oh, you had a great mother, or you had a wonderful parent, or whatever, but we see them the way we see them, and I am blessed to see them with such clarity. Thank you, Diana Grace, today and for the rest of your days, and mine as well, for being the mother that you are. And thank you, Alan, for being the inspiration to sit down and have this chat. Be well, everyone. Enjoy your Saturday.